Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. My name is Tseno. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and today I have the 2020 BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe. So sit back, relax and enjoy this episode. The best part about doing a review of a very controversial car that has been up on the market for quite some time and everybody had the time to express its opinion about it is that you can knock down some of the negative comments about it. And I'm here to do just this. The 6-cylinder engine from the previous model have been replaced by a transverse mounted 4-cylinder engine in this car. The rear-wheel drive platform is now changed for a new front-wheel drive platform and subsequently an all-wheel drive in the top of the range M235i. And if you're a petrol head just like me, these are obviously huge disadvantages and you should hate this car. Or should you? But if we look at the bigger picture, BMW is aiming to sell this car in big numbers. And that downsizing from a 6-cylinder to a 4-cylinder engine, combined with that rear-wheel drive being replaced for a front-wheel drive and an all-wheel drive, both means more interior space. And this is exactly what the regular customer wants. And let's be honest guys, the vast amount of sales have been made by exactly these people and not us, the petrol heads. And BMW knows that very, very well. And they offered an exactly tailored package for their biggest markets, namely the US and China, where the 1 Series hatch isn't available. And this is where the great news for us, the loyal customer fans and the true car enthusiasts begin. Because the more they sell from these cars, the more revenue they make. And that means they'll have more money for more interesting and cool sport projects. And if you don't believe me, just look at the latest M5 and M8 competition. They're absolutely brilliant automotive pieces of engineering. Now that we got this out of the way, let's talk about pricing, because this BMW 2 Series isn't particularly cheap. In Europe, you get a base model at around 30,000 euros and the top of the line BMW M235i at around 50,000 euros. And if you know BMW, then you probably know that you can get quite crazy with the car configurator and bump up the price very, very easily. It is also very similarly and conveniently priced to its main rivals, which are the Mercedes-Benz CLA and the Audi A3 Saloon. And although looks can be always very, very subjective, I personally really do love the way and the looks of this car. Plus, you get some really nice and cool features in order to justify its price tag. For example, the aluminum front bonnet and boot in order to help lower the total weight of the car down. Also, another really nice thing is the independent rear axle that you get standard across all models to help you get that better comfort while driving. And these super nice frameless windows that really underline the coupe shape of this car. And guys, please do, whenever buy this car, it's quite expensive spec with M Sport package, because not only it adds bigger wheels and redesigned front and rear bumpers, but also make the look of the car a whole lot better. The interior of this 2020 BMW 2 Series is the usual BMW business. You get very high quality materials and the layout is very sensibly put. You get physical buttons where you need them and also one of the best in class infotainment system in the name of the iDrive 7, which you can control in many different ways, from gimmicky such as gesture control through voice commands and also the swivel wheel in the center console and touchscreen. If you are looking for the latest and greatest infotainment system, I must admit you should go to look at the Mercedes A and CLA, because with their latest MBUX they offer very innovative technology. That said, however, if you still want a very good infotainment system combined with much better quality materials, then this is the BMW to go for. And one last thing that I absolutely love about this interior is how well they've implemented the ambient lighting system into the different trim pieces in the cabin. And you get that very typical BMW layout that is very similar across all models in the range, which is absolutely great if you are sitting in an entry-level BMW 2 Series, and not so great if you have a fully spec'd M8 competition. You can tell straight away how well composed this BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe is. The suspension is tailored to deal great over potholes and road imperfections, and you get independent rear axle to help you improve the comfort further. This car that we're driving here is the 220D, which comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine with 190 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. It is good enough to sprint, according to BMW, from 0 to 100 in 7.3 seconds, and with an all-wheel drive and a 4-wheel drive 7.5. It comes with 8-speed Steptronic gearbox, which is generally smooth and the shifts are quite nice. However, it is definitely sometimes not as good and not as fast as the 8-speed ZF you'll find in the more expensive models. There is also the option, as I mentioned before, to choose from front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive for this model. And to be honest with you, I would save the money and go for the front-wheel drive. In 99% of the cases, it will do the job just as fine. Plus, you save some more fuel. The engine is very well refined for a diesel engine, and it actually doesn't rattles a lot when you put your foot down. And you get the best thing about it, that is this amazing fuel economy with decent performance. We've averaged 5.3 liters over the course of this weekend, which is absolutely fine. That said, the new generation of this 2 Series Grand Coupe is not a real enthusiast car anymore. But if you're looking for a well-built, well-refined, great-looking car, then this might be the right option for you. Please don't pick the M235i, it is just not worth it. Instead, get something like this 220 diesel or a 220 petrol, and you won't be disappointed. And if you made it that far to the video, hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and add me at Pilot Tseno, where you can tell me what cars do you want to see next. Thank you guys, till next time.